Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Mauricio Lara gets out of jail with a very questionable majority draw over Daniel Lugo. He moves to 26 wins with 19 KOs, 3 defeats, 1 by stoppage, and now 2 draws. And make no mistake about it, I thought Lugo won this fight. I had it 97-93. I don't see how you can make a case for Lara winning. I don't really see a draw, to be honest with you. Maybe if you gave absolutely everything to Lara. Believe it or not, Lara's still 25. It's amazing. I thought he was at least 29, 30, but no, he's still 25. And he was up at super featherweight for the first time. He'd been out since he lost the Leigh Wood fight, the Leigh Wood rematch. He lost his title on the scales. Didn't make the weight at all. So I think he was testing the waters at 130, and he's not going to be happy. No, that's too cold for me. Or he dips his toe in, that's too chilly, and I'm not having that. He looked sluggish, he looked flat, as Eddie Hearn said after the fight. But let's take nothing away from Daniel Lugo. I mean, he came in with 27 wins, 18 KOs, 2 defeats, and one of those was by stoppage. And that was to a guy called Edwin Palermes, I think, Palermes. And that was back in 2021 or 2, I think it was. He's also got, he's got a draw on a record because he's drawn with Lara, but another of these sort of unheralded Mexicans. And I think I'm right in saying, when I looked at BoxRec before, I think I'm right in saying this was no, forget it. Scratch that comment. I was going to say this is the first time he'd fought out of Mexico, but actually this was in Mexico. The Lara fight this was a Mexican card. What am I talking about? But he is 29, Daniel Lugo. So he was looking to get a win over a former world champ and sort of move on with his career. And as far as I'm concerned, he won the fight. I mean, he really did. The thing about Lara is he fights with real. It's all emotion. He's kind of like Vinny Pazienza used to be. It's all raw emotion. It's all wear your heart on your sleeve, go forward. But if you can push him back, and if you can take some of that sting away, or at least contain it, you're going to win. I mean, Leigh Wood did it in the rematch. I know Lara didn't make the weight, but Wood, again, take nothing away from Wood. And it was the same with Lugo. Because for the first 4 rounds, Lara was looking flat. He said he felt heavy and sluggish, and he looked it. And Lugo wasn't doing anything really sort of shockingly out of the ordinary. He was competent in all fields, but he was basically boxing Lara and being quite conservative. And then in the fourth round, was it? Yeah, I'd say the 4th round, Lara started to get his engine running a little bit, and he started to think, okay, he's warming up now, because he was out since the second Leigh Wood fight. So we start seeing the what we expect from Mauricio Lara, which is a lot of come forward aggression, very very hard punches thrown from out on the periphery of the zone of the what would you call it? That sort of when you get in range, that periphery of the opponent thinks you're safe, but then you throw a punch and it's accurate and it's fast and it's hard. Always surprising punches, those ones, when you see the guy and you think, I think he's out of range, and then bang, a punch comes in. And Lara's very good at that. Lara's very good at those fast, sharp, almost pot shots that have so much weight on them. It was only in the 4th round that we started to see little evidences of that. Now, well, you thought, okay, he's in the ascendancy, but Lugo, to his credit, wasn't having it, because in the 6th round, he really went to work on Lara, and I think this was the 6th round, he was banging him to the body, and he really hurt Lara to the body with a left hook. Lara's been hurt to the body before, definitely. He's, badly, I can't remember the fight, there was a few fights ago, I think the fight before he won the title against Wood, he was badly stung to the body. He does not like body punches, and he was showing out. And at the end of the round, he almost got stopped. He was... You could see how much it was hurting him, and he wasn't even trying to hide it. And when he went back to his corner, I'm sitting there thinking, he's going to quit. He's going to quit, because he was saying no to the corner. I mean, I don't speak Spanish, but shaking his head, and you're thinking, he's going to quit. He's going to quit. Well, he didn't. And even though he I thought Lugo won the next round, which I think was the seventh. Lara did finish it quite strongly, and it was a much, much closer round than it should have been. And Gabe Rosado and the co-commentator, whose name escapes me on DAZN, they were saying, "Oh, Lugo should, be jumping all over him and everything." I don't think you should. I think Lara is a wounded animal, and so a wounded animal is a dangerous animal, especially when he's got that type of power. So I think Lugo was sensible to, stick the jab in and then maybe try and hang some more body punches off the jab. And I had no problem with his tactics at all. And I thought he did win that next round. Well, Lara was coming back into it slightly, but then I think in rounds 9 and 10, this was a 10-rounder, I think Lugo sort of regained the initiative and was landing clean punches. And Lara had sort of regained his mojo. He wasn't showing out so much. He was cut, I think, slightly over one of his eyes, his left eye, I want to say. And then in the final round, towards the end, there was a clash of heads, and Lara came away with a bit of a cut on his scalp, nothing major. But at least he sort of recomposed himself and was fighting back. But like I say, I thought Lugo finished well. I definitely think Daniel Lugo won this fight. Like I say, I had it 97, 93. Yeah, one of the guys had it, I think, 90, 96, 95, which is 95, 95, and 95, 95, I think. Well, those two of them had 95, 95, 5 each. No, not for me. No. So bad luck to Daniel Lugo. Eddie Hearn talked about a rematch afterwards, and I think that's a good matchup. But Lara's got to ask himself, do I want to stay at 126, at 130, or do I want to go back to 126? If he can make 126 sensibly, get himself an nutritionist and make the weight right, I'd stay there, because I think moving up to 130 against a guy who's good, but maybe not quite, top 10. He isn't top 10, Lugo, but he is a good fighter. You could put him in the top 20. I think Lara might struggle when he starts fighting those 130-pound top 10ers. But yeah, you got to wonder about Lara. He's hit and miss. He's very much a front runner. He can be hurt. He can be stung. And I just feel that, yeah, he's always been an accident waiting to happen in a sense because of his style. But Lugo couldn't quite turn the screw hard enough. But he's always fun to watch, Lara. He's always fun to watch. And I'd definitely watch a rematch with Daniel Lugo. I think Lugo deserves it. Lara needs to put this right, as Eddie Hearn said. So, yeah, what did you think of this fight? What's your opinion on Lara? What did you think of Lugo? I can't remember ever seeing him before. I might have done, but I was quite impressed. Thought he was all right, good fighter. Leave your comments below. And as usual, thank you for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And also tap the like button because, it helps us out. Really appreciate your support as always. And I'll catch you later. Bye for now.